This is not a test. This is rock and roll.
I wake up every morning in a bed that's too small, drive my daughter to a school that's too expensive, and then I go to work to a job for which I get paid too little.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles.
You're waking up with the Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
Good morning. It is another 8 a.m. here on Appalachian State's campus inside the Beasley Media Complex.
Feels good.
The Morning App.
Hey.
Always feels good, Dovy. I'm Joshua alongside Kati and Dovy. And there was some it was a big weekend.
Yeah.
Honestly, all around, there was the Appalachian State Charlotte game. There was NFL football for the first time in forever. Like, actually official. Preseason doesn't count. I don't care what anybody says. My biggest pet peeve with my mom is every single time I go home, she'll be like, oh, how'd they do in the preseason? I'm like, it does not matter.
Doesn't count.
Yeah.
She's like, I know, but did they win? I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, the Cleveland Browns went 4-0 last year and then didn't win a single game.
Right. The points don't go anywhere.
Yeah, so I don't care about the preseason, but it is officially NFL season. But before we get to that, let's talk a little Charlotte 49ers and Appalachian State. Like we all thought they would, Appalachian State won 45-9.
That's a lie.
Quite a few points there, yeah.
Oh, man. I was talking about that earlier, how, oh, man, I feel bad because the tickets were like $80, right?
Yeah.
They're pretty expensive. So if you went to that game and you wanted to, rep for Charlotte 49ers, yeah, I don't know. Was there any way to watch it, like
You could
online?
watch it.
Or?
It was like ESP Plus or
Yeah,
something.
ESPN Plus,
Yeah.
I think, or
Yeah,
ESPN 3, I don't know.
Yeah, something. But you had to have a subscription.
Yeah, but I think, I don't know if Charlotte gets into the game for free like we do as students. Honestly, don't know that. But again, I don't think there's a lot of Charlotte fans there. I think it was, at
was
least
mainly
half
sick.
app.
Yeah.
So they definitely conned us
That's a
into
lot for an
$80
away
tickets.
game, though. Yeah.
For real.
They knew what they were doing, and it definitely paid off. But it looked like it was a good atmosphere, and I know a lot of people from the Charlotte area went to it. But overall, we got what we expected, a Appalachian State blowout. And I think Katie said that the Barstool Charlotte Twitter account is still trying to roast us, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. They've been roasting us all week, and then supposedly someone told me. I'm looking for the actual tweet.
They're trying to roast us?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All week.
You're not allowed. You lost.
No, yeah, they were. It was. They had a hashtag that was like beat App State, but then there's hashtag App State Hate Week. I
Oh,
was like,
gosh.
What? They were trying to start a rivalry. I don't know.
I see. That's fun, though. I mean,
That's
cute. Yeah.
Oh, that's adorable.
I don't mind a rivalry where, we win every time. So
Yeah, that's a
Ooh.
pretty good one. Yeah.
Let it-
Ooh, Dovy with the rose.
let that stream over there.
Oh, and then
Barstool Dovy.
our Barstool Twitter page said, by the way, in order to win by double digits, first you have to score double digits, because their Twitter page said, oh yeah, we're gonna, not only are we going to beat you guys, but we're gonna beat you guys by double digits. And then, yeah.
They
That's
definitely
funny.
lost.
That's a
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
They miscalculated
But
Just a
again,
little
by
bit.
quite a lot.
it's cute. They had that unwarranted confidence. That's what we all, strive for,
Yeah.
They definitely didn't,
And that was
deserve
on
it,
their
but-
home turf.
Yeah.
Next time, come to the mountain
Yeah, there
where
you
you
go.
have to brace the weather and the high altitudes
And the Boone people.
of the and the
Not those
Floridians.
business Charlotte
The
people.
business.
Oh,
But,
boy.
it was a good game. I predicted a 45-7 score, so I'm pretty proud of myself.
That was very close.
Just threw it out there.
So you thought they would get a touchdown?
Yeah, I did. And obviously they didn't. But and I guess the first home game for App is this Saturday coming up
Yeah.
against Southern Miss. So finally, first home game. I don't know if you guys
Oh,
are-
cool. Is that this?
That'll be
this
pretty cool, yeah.
When is that?
Yep, this Saturday.
This Saturday?
Yeah. So
Nice.
it should be pretty big. I mean, it's kind of weird that we haven't had a home game yet. We've been on 2 away games, and everyone else has had home games. But tailgating should be good, and all that other fun, jazzy stuff.
Good times.
Yeah.
But along with Charlotte, our own Justin did go to the game. We'll probably talk to him a little bit on Wednesday about it all because, he paid that $80 ticket. He was that
Yeah.
sucker. Oh, they got him.
He had a friend that went to Charlotte, I think, because his pictures, he was with a Charlotte girl, and he said that he got no, it was on Instagram. Anyways, no, but he said he got flicked off like 20 times.
Oh,
Yeah.
that feels good though. I don't know when people are mad at you, but you're like,
See,
I don't know.
when
Still won.
when me and a couple other guys went to Penn State, they were nice. Like we parked and our friend Gray had an Appalachian Ace sticker on his car. And we like, your car's about to get trashed because we parked right in front of a tailgating spot. But they all came right up to us. And they're like, dude, you guys from Appalachian State? We're like, yeah. They're like, what's your mascot? That was the number one question was, they're like, you're from Appalachian State? What's your mascot? We're like, okay, first off, Appalachian. Second off, Yosef. What's that?
Check yourself. Yeah. But they were probably like that because they knew, like, oh, where are the cute ones at that turf? They're like, oh, it's Little App State.
Yeah, no, they
weren't intimidated at all. But then once that game started, they were like, "Oh God."
Well, they told us they're like, we're honestly a little nervous about the game and everything, but they were really nice. Like,
that's cool.
Really friendly. Like a bunch of them came up. They like stopped cornhole for us, and then like we talked to them for 20 minutes before actually going to the game. And
nice.
I mean, it was
cute.
a good.
That's what it should be.
Yeah.
Exactly. Not Charlotte.
Unless it's
Ugh.
Charlotte. Yeah.
They're just mean and gross.
Oh.
But
I really wish we would have gotten 49 points.
Oh my god, yeah.
If that's possible. Is that possible to get 49?
I mean, in some way, shape, or form. I guess if you got a touchdown, because 7 times 7 is 49.
Okay, yeah.
So
Let's
it
do
would've
that
been.
next time. We got another game.
Next time, yeah.
We'll do that here.
I like how you just tell them, okay, guys, we're scoring exactly 49. No
yeah,
more,
don't,
no
no
less.
more, no less.
If they go above that,
Actually,
sorry.
every time we play them, we go for 49
No
points.
field goals. No one can score.
Yeah.
They'll
I
mess
guess
it
at
up.
that point, if they're at 45-9, he's probably telling the team, okay, we need 2 safeties. We need 2 2-point plays. Get me the ball in that end zone right now. But honestly, it was a good game. I think the rivalry will brew at some point.
Yeah.
Give it
I hope so.
Do you?
Fun.
I mean,
Especially given that a lot of people that go to App State are from the Charlotte area.
yeah.
Which is kind of interesting.
One of the wide receivers, Corey Sutton, who had a big game for Appalachian State, is actually from the Charlotte area. So it was nice for him to go home and have a really good game. He's been one of the best wide receivers for App. But like Dovy said, hopefully the rivalry will continue to brew. It already kind of started, but hopefully it'll be a little bit more competitive. And we'll score 49 points. But it is Boogie Day here for the Morning Apps. We got a list of boogie songs. Here we go.
And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
There is some dangerous weather patterns headed our way. And I do mean dangerous, not hail, not snow, unfortunately, but there is a lot of rain. Right, Katie?
Indeed. There's
Indeed.
Quite.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So there's the Hurricane Florence. I think it went from being a tropical storm to a hurricane on Sunday morning. But it's
a big day for him.
What?
Big day for
Yeah,
Florence.
a big day, yes. Really just coming up in the world. Anyways, so they're thinking it's going to be a Category 4 hurricane, but it's supposed to hit the Carolinas on, I think it was Thursday morning?
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
pretty soon. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so it says by Thursday. But UNCW, they canceled classes, and they're trying to get people that are living on campus or like on campus like away from there. And so it's kind of scary.
Man.
It's not the first time they've done it, too. Because
Yeah.
I've had friends that go to UNCW and they, like, get evacuated a good bit
Yeah.
just for rain, but it is heavy rain. It's going to be
Yeah.
a major storm.
Yeah, and it's supposedly, I saw something that it was the first Category 4 hurricane that was this high up the coast. Like, that was going to hit this high up the coast.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, it's just kind of scary because it's really just hitting the Carolinas. That's the big target.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right now they're saying if it hits as hard as is predicted, it'll be the most powerful hurricane to hit the area in 3 decades. And they're talking specifically about North and South Carolina.
Yeah.
We're going to take most of it.
Yeah. How
Bring
does
it on.
How is that going to affect us being up in the mountains? Because I know we can experience flooding.
Yeah.
You know.
I think it's just going to rain a lot.
Yeah.
So normal Boone weather.
Yeah. Business as usual.
Outside of my apartment, how do I explain this? It's like it's very close to the Boone Mall. You know, and the Boone Malls had some flooding issues, but like even when it's been just raining a lot, not no hurricane or anything like that, like you can kind of see there's a little stream that divides my apartment building from Boone Mall, and it gets really, really tall when it starts to rain.
No.
And the people that lived in the apartment building for like 2 years, they're like, "Oh, dude, wait for it! Like we go fishing right outside the porch. Like it gets really high up." So that'll be interesting, but it's good to know that we're kind of tucked away for the most part.
Are we? We're kind of in a bowl, aren't we?
It's kind of like
the
this.
bowl will just bowl will just fill up and we'll drown.
Yeah, I guess the winds won't be as big of a deal. It's more of the water. So just get a little life jacket. I don't know.
Stock up on milk.
Milk.
Yeah, go to the grocery store, get some milk. Isn't that what things
I feel like
people get?
It's bottled water. Yeah, I guess.
I would get the
Mainly
things that are
bottled water.
necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
you get the necessities.
Necessities. The bare
Milk.
necessities.
Yeah, I guess milk and bread is like the big snowstorm. Like
Because I guess you just are sitting inside watching it rain and eating bread and drinking
just bread
milk.
and milk.
Yeah.
Just pounding it. But
Has class ever been canceled because of flooding here? Have you ever experienced anything?
it doesn't
like
get canceled when it snows and the buses are canceled, Dovy. So
I don't know.
it's not going to get
Yeah,
canceled
but
if it pours.
But with I'm just considering this new, traffic that we've been having and how, I don't know. I'm from Raleigh, so if something minor happens in Raleigh, like, it's the apocalypse. Like, if we get, like, an inch of snow, like, cars go crazy. So there's a
Really?
lot of people here that aren't Boone natives now, So that's just what I'm thinking about.
Well, the cars in Raleigh go crazy anyway, Dovy.
Yeah.
Like, they don't need anything. They'll be like, oh, a breeze. Crash.
Yeah, especially if it is raining a lot. People drive like idiots when it's raining outside. It's like all of a sudden they just forgot how to drive. It's just raining a little bit, and it's just completely like no idea.
They don't know how to drive it anyway. That's my biggest complaint. No one knows how to drive whether it's sunny and perfect weather outside. They just don't.
So just don't drive.
They shouldn't. We should not be giving licenses just out like it's free Halloween candy, but we do. Sorry, that's another rant for another day.
Yeah, like you just go to the DMV and knock, and then somebody comes out in a
Here you go.
costume. Here's your driver's
Have you
license.
seen what the
Bring in
elderly
like a little
do?
Halloween basket.
That's what the
I'm a
elderly
police
do.
officer.
They literally just go to the DMV and like, oh, I've been driving since I was like 20. They're like, how old are you now? 98.
I feel like
You're good.
You know, that is a good point. I think we should have to do the test again, like every other, I don't know, every 10 years or something. Because you don't really have to do that. They don't
No, you just
check
like
your eyesight or anything. They just get it at 16, and then they're like,
Yeah, that's true.
it's good
'cause
for life.
They wait until you get into an accident before
Yeah.
they start threatening to take your license, or like until you get pulled over.
Yeah, and then they're
that
not
means
even-
you did something bad.
Then they don't even look at it. They're just like reading the newspaper, like, oh yeah, you did something bad. You're warning. They're like that.
Go back into your metal death box and drive.
It's like that parent that doesn't pay attention to their child because they're like home just reading the newspaper. It's like, oh yeah, you had a great day. Good, yeah.
No.
You know, something like that. But just, sorry, it just frustrates me that everyone can drive and not everyone should. And it's gonna rain and it's gonna be terrible weather and it's gonna be terrible traffic, even more so than usual because we've already ranted about the traffic here
Just park uphill and don't drive.
and float
There you go.
downhill.
I don't
There you
know.
go,
Yeah.
Just get like a little boat.
A little boat.
Get a little tray from the cafeteria. Just
That's
hold
good,
hands
that's
and
good.
wrap. Yeah, just slide your way down.
I already have my dog sled. I can't.
Oh.
I can't trade it in for a boat at this point. I'm gonna need
I
it.
feel like the dog sled could work, maybe.
No, they'll drown, Katie.
Wait, what?
The dog sled.
You don't even have. You don't have to use the dogs though. You can just float
But then where are they gonna go?
the dogs. They can just ride on it with you.
They're not gonna fit in. You clearly have never run a dog sled. That's fine, Katie.
I don't know what a dog sled is.
You know what a dog sled
Is
is?
that like the old school sled that?
Like, have you ever been to Alaska? I mean, I don't know why I'm asking. I've never been to
Yeah,
Alaska.
dude. All
But
the time. You just
okay, you've
Google
seen
it,
the
dude.
movies with like the snow-covered lands, and it's just
Oh
a
yeah,
sled
yeah.
being pulled by a dog. It's basically
Yes.
like Santa's sleigh, just with dogs and a little bit less of a
Yes.
sleigh.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Okay.
I've seen Balto. You've seen Balto? Is
No, I
that
haven't
what it's
seen
called?
Balto.
It's a little cartoon about dog
Yeah,
sleds.
I know what you're talking about, but I never watched it either. 'Cause I don't know, Balto.
No.
But we're going to stick with the Boogie Wonderland theme here on the morning app. Here's Earth, Wind, and Fire.
on 90.5 WASU and WASUradio.com.
Sticking with that boogie theme here on the show. Not really sure how it came about. We were just naming songs to play, and the first song had the word boogie in it, and it definitely snowballed from
We committed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We even Googled songs, like songs with the word boogie in it.
To be fair, I think we knew way more than we should have about which songs have the word boogie in it.
It's a boogie kind of Monday, you know?
Is it?
I don't know. It can be.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it is now.
That's fair.
It is not.
Since
Very true.
Dovy saith, we do it. Right, Dovy? Do you like
Quite.
that? Quite.
Thus saith the
Indeed.
dove.
Well, it is a Monday, which means it is time for Would You Rather? And I have one very specific one with parameters that I found on Reddit. So a lot of rules, a lot of different things.
Okay.
But here we go. Would you rather be able to change your appearance at will or be able to hack any non-biological computer with your mind? So the parameters, you can shapeshift into anything or anyone, real or imaginary. You can also make small adjustments to your appearance if that's what you want to do. You can increase your mass by 90% or decrease it by 60%.
Whoa.
Hacking-wise, you can hack anything anywhere. It doesn't even have to be connected to the internet or even a network. You can't hack the human brain. That's why it's non-biological. And the hacking would never be traced back to you unless you did something else that leaves non-hacking related breadcrumbs. So, finally, would you rather be able to change your appearance at will or be able to hack any non-biological computer with your mind?
The only thing that threw me off is the fact that you can adjust your mass.
That threw you off out of everything I said. That's what's weird.
Because I think if you're thinking it's not weight, it's like mass. Like I think that's different. Mass would make, if you can reduce your mass, wouldn't you be able to like jump super high? Like, because your mass is different on the moon. Does that make sense?
Feverishly looking it up because now I don't.
I don't know how to look this up though.
If is
I'm not a
mass
science
weight.
person.
So check. I mean,
Okay.
I might be wrong. I'm not a science major, but if you like, so like weight and mass, I think are different.
Oh,
Okay.
yes,
So
Katie?
It says mass is a measurement of the amount of matter something contains, while weight is the measurement of the pull of gravity on an object.
Okay.
So we still know nothing.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't know. I don't know.
All
what
right,
that
now
would-
Google
I
if
don't
you
know what that-
decrease your
That's
mass.
a big. I mean, we don't have
That's a
to
big
focus
thing.
too much on, because either way, I'm leaning more towards being able to hack anything. Not because, I mean, I just want to be able to fix my computer when it gives me that little little circle of like death, whatever it does when it's
the little
buffering.
rainbow wheel, yeah.
If I could just be like, just fix it, that'd be great.
I want to be able to stick a N64 cartridge into my N64 without having to blow on it or unplug it over and over again. That'd be nice.
Make every light green when you're driving if you're late.
Oh.
Is that real? So that would be within the parameters?
That is a non-biological computer system. I mean, to be fair, it is.
See, I would have a lot of fun with this face shifting, appearance shifting, because I like to do voices and I can see if I can get away with being somebody. But like, if I don't know, I think the possibilities are more endless with the hacking thing. So I'd go with that one.
That's true. Because I don't really know what you would do with shape shifting unless you're up to some like criminal things.
Sneaky Scooby Doo stuff. Yeah,
but I feel like the hacking thing, you could easily just not have to do criminal things. Like you could just hack traffic lights and fix your computer.
Yeah, see, we need to think like globally here, not just like down on the local level. We could do so much. We could change the programming so our favorite TV shows or movies could play on the TV at any moment. Right?
Yeah. Or you can, I don't know, make it so that your Netflix is the French Netflix and you can watch Modern Family.
Can't you do that anyway?
Yeah, but it's just shady. I mean, if you could just...
Oh, is it?
I don't know. I think you have to go through some back doors in the internet to do that. No, because you won't be tracked for it, right? If you're hacking it.
As long as you're not leaving breadcrumbs.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would like the hacking. I could make my iPhone 4 act like an iPhone 10 or something,
Yeah,
you know?
ooh, yeah.
You can enhance it. You're right.
Yeah, I can
Like
enhance.
have a better camera.
And if AI ever tries to take over the world, I could turn them
There
off.
you go. That's
And
actually
I'd be a superhero.
a very valid point because AI is really
coming.
scaring me.
It's coming.
I'm just thinking about that Danny Phantom villain. Anyone know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
The one
but I
that
watched Danny Phantom, but I don't.
Yeah, the one that controls like all electrical circuits.
I don't know.
I vaguely remember
I
that.
forget the dude's name, but yeah,
It just sounds like a cool ability to have, I think.
I gotta look it up now because Danny Phantom literally faced him a lot.
Got to catch them all. He, man, that came out when I was, what year, like third grade, maybe? 2003? It came out.
I honestly
think.
don't know, but it was one of the greatest shows
It
ever
was
made.
it was
It was a good
fun,
show.
and it had a cool storyline, too.
But either way, are we all taking the?
I would take it.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay. Oh, I can't.
I would be Sir Hax-a-Lot.
I think his
That's
name is. The ghost name is Nikolai Technus.
Got him.
Okay.
All right,
Moving on.
Next
Yeah,
one.
we're going to take the hacking. Okay. Next, would you rather eat rice with every meal or eat bread with every meal? Obviously, that's definitely a step down from my
Wait,
parameters.
haven't we had this question before? Like
may
when I was
have,
on
Katie.
the show?
Maybe, but
no,
we're trying to
I'm
start it
only
over.
saying that
Well, here's the
because
thing.
Okay,
the
fine.
other the other day someone was walking through the lobby and that like episode I don't know, like that show was playing and then someone was making fun of me because I said something about that rice was easier to eat than bread. Like it was all out of context. I don't know.
I mean, I'm
Anyways.
eating rice, but that's just.
I would make sure that because it's with every meal. That means you have to
Yeah.
eat rice for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a lot of rice. And I think
But-
bread is a little bit more. You get different options with bread. It's not like
That's
you can't
so
eat
filling,
rice.
though.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. If you
I
have bread
just-
with every single
but to
meal,
be forced
you're
to
gonna be
eat
yeast.
rice. You know, if
But-
somebody said you got to eat some bread for this meal, I'd be like, all right, fine. You know,
But
I'll
I-
have a roll or something.
Bread is so heavy though. If you just didn't feel like eating something, I feel like rice is like easier to like I don't know.
I want the choice, is what I'm saying. I want the choice to eat rice or not eat rice. If I was forced to eat bread, I'd be like, I'll make it.
you're so
There's-
privileged.
There's so many kinds of bread. You know what I mean?
Such a snob.
I'm
Ugh.
just
Okay, last one. Would you rather start a colony on another planet or be the leader of a small country on Earth?
Wait, could you repeat that?
Yeah, Katie.
depends on the planet.
Would you rather start a colony on another planet or be the leader of a small country on Earth?
See, if I was the leader of any country, it wouldn't last very long.
So what does that say about you owning a colony on another planet? Don't
Owning a colony? Oh, I thought
Yeah,
being a
well,
part
okay,
of
you're,
a colony.
You're starting a colony on another planet.
Oh, boy.
Like you are literally the sole reason we
I'm
have
like
a colony on Mars.
the George Washington of
Yeah,
whatever
if
planet
that's
we're
what you
on.
want to think about, yeah.
What kind? Does it matter what kind of planet it is? Is it?
I have no parameters for this one. Your imagination right here, Dovy. You
Oh
just get
my
to start a
gosh.
colony on whatever planet.
This is a
you
hard
want.
one. This is
Okay.
like
So I'd say I'm very much so a homebody, and the thought of going into space to a different planet that you didn't know a lot about and trying to start a colony, that terrifies me. So I'm gonna opt for the country thing
Well,
to just stay on land here.
okay.
obviously you know a good bit though because you are starting a colony on another planet. So you have the IQ and the mental abilities to start a colony because you are starting a colony. So you at least know how to start one and what needs to be done on this planet. So you have the mental capability here, Katie.
I would probably start the colony and just because then you get to kind of remake all the rules. You know, you could be the United States of Dovidas or something. I could call instead of the president or the king, I can be the funk master. You know,
The Funk
Master Dovidas is the
Put it in
to
your
govern.
constitution. It's
Yeah.
all you. You get to write it.
It's all and the Constitution's just constantly like, we have all these rights, you dig, and then it's like
Oh, my.
super. We trying to be funky.
That's your number one right.
Everyone has the right to funk.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'm gonna start a colony because then CNN will just check in with you every hour. They'll be like, "Hey, what's going on over there?" I'll be like, "Oh, let me tell you. Okay, we just put in this new Funk Master General position." So they just keep checking in with you every single day, and the whole world is like, "Oh, look at that colony! I want to go." And then you just charge admission, and boom, you have a theme park on a different planet.
Wow.
I know. I took that funky stuff and just turned it into a theme park, Dovy. You're welcome. But sticking with the funky theme, we have Boot Scootin' Boogie on the app.
And now back to the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
It is an epidemic that people have been struggling to figure out for many, many, many years. And whenever someone does get out of this predicament, we all throw a major party and we cheer them on like the gods they are.
It's true.
It is the morning app, and we are trying to figure out how do you get out of the friend zone? We talked about it a little bit last week of how many people Katie has friend zoned, and the number is astonishingly giant.
It's an army of men trying to leap out of the trenches, trying to make it to the other side.
It's like a war zone where they're just rushing to the enemy camp, and Katie just keeps throwing them down, mowing them down.
Oh,
No.
World War Katie.
Oh my gosh. No. Okay.
That's actually the epidemic we're talking about, not friend zoning.
No. Okay. So
Defend yourself.
I can't. Anyways, so like I just think it's interesting because girls get friend zoned too. And so
Do they?
yes, we do. Okay.
Wow, that took a
Fight
turn.
me. And so I don't know. I guess I just wanted to talk to you guys. Like, what are strategies? How can you escape the friend zone? Like, and even
I've never been asked this question. I've only contemplated on how to get out as from my perspective.
I've wrote journals and books on
I've
the
wrote
subject, but
peer-reviewed journals and
never been published.
how does that work? Man. Yeah, well, my theory behind getting out the friend zone in general is bringing up that you're into the person as soon as possible. At least like for a guy to a girl, I feel like there's always like a deadline that you have to hit, and if you miss it, the gate closes and then you're locked in the realm of the friend zone.
But
Does that make sense?
That makes sense, but I think that's before you even get friend zone. We're talking about the second Katie tells you that you're friend zoned.
Yeah.
Once you got the friend zone label, how do you overcome that trench?
So
What?
if you're a gal that's trying to get out of the friend zone specifically, or is it just anybody in general?
anybody, but I think it's interesting. Like, I'm interested to see how guys view that, like girls trying to get out of the friend zone, you know?
I have this theory called the boyfriend/girlfriend subscription theory.
I thought you were just going to name it the boyfriend-girlfriend theory. I'm like, that's a very original name there, Dovy.
Super clever.
Yes.
The way it works is, let's say you have you've already been friend zoned, but you're treating the person, you're giving the person like the qualities of a boyfriend or girlfriend. You listen to them, you help them out, you're always there for them, and you're essentially giving them the subscription of a boyfriend or girlfriend without actually having to be a boyfriend or girlfriend. If you cut that off and you go do your own thing and you live your own life, right? And you understand that, there's plenty of people out there for you. That person would then be like, oh my gosh, like I'm now understanding what I don't have and like how much this person was caring about me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then they're like, let me actually go. I got the free trial. Let me actually get the full. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah.
Get the
understand,
full
but
package.
someone who loves a free trial doesn't ever want to actually
Yeah.
pay for the
Exactly.
full subscription.
and
so
that person's not good enough for you though.
Yes.
Exactly.
You
The
gotta go do something else. You
the
gotta.
services aren't good enough.
know?
So if they're giving me the free subscription, I'm not gonna actually subscribe via payment. I'll just be like, oh, that person's friend zone, but I'll still keep them around. They'll be, like my little confidence booster or something like that. So I think it's a good theory, but Katie's like, yep, heard that one.
It's working on it. Yeah, I mean that's
But-
just kind of what I think. I think the best way. It's really hard to get out the friend zone, but the quickest way is to. I don't think people should focus too much on getting out of the friend zone versus just. The best way to get out of the friend zone is to just not focus on the person that friend zoned you and just find somebody else. Find somebody that actually likes you for who you are. Because the last thing you want to do is just work really hard to get somebody to like you and put, who you are at risk, like not being yourself completely just to get that person to like you.
Yeah, I think you got to show. I think once you've been friend zoned, I think you got to show the person who friend zoned you that, hey, you friend zone me, that's completely fine. I'm still going to be here as a friend if you, need it or want it. And then just continue to show that you are a good friend and that you can be this person's, best friend / boyfriend, girlfriend, or whichever way. You just got to keep showing up and being there and keep putting in the work, but maybe not you can't also expect that it's going to go somewhere, especially after you've been friends.
Yeah.
You kind of just got to like let it be and hope that something naturally progresses at that point. Because I think up until that point, you've kind of forced it because you asked the person out, you hung out with them, you forced it, being like, hey, I like you, want to take you on a date, friend zoned. You know, Katie, you're used to that and everything. Like saying that to people. That's probably like your
I thought
slogan.
you were saying that I got friend zone.
No.
We're going to fight.
No, but I think once you do get friend zone, then you can focus on just being a good friend, being yourself, and just being around, but maybe not accessible all the time.
But
like
don't
you
think
said,
it's going to be guaranteed that you're going to get out.
Yeah, move on, but at the same time, you know, maybe. I don't think there's an answer.
Because some people, you got to understand, some people just might not be ready. You know, some people might like you back, but they're just not in a place where they want to be in a relationship, you know?
Yeah.
And sometimes you just got to give people the time to reflect and see what they have.
Time.
I think that something that's also interesting is that sometimes it's not even that you got like friend zoned by them. It's just that like you're already friends with them. And so then like all of a sudden you're like, wait a second, I kind of like them, but I don't really know how to go about like seeing if they would even, you know what I mean? Like it's just kind of a hard thing because you don't want to mess up things, but it also seems like there has to be a catalyst before you can like escape, you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying?
There has to be
Sorta.
an event that happened
Yeah.
before you can escape. I agree with that. There has to be one defining moment where it happens and something clicks for maybe the person that friend zoned you.
It's not even that they're actively friend zoning you. It's just
Well-
that you're like friends already, and then you're kind of like, wait a second, I just caught the feels, like, but I
Yeah,
don't
The
know
gate
how.
kind of like opens up a little bit.
And basically that catalyst has got to be like, you have to save them from falling off a cliff or something monumental like that. Yeah, Katie, okay, yeah. Like something like climactic. You've heard of that. Like, you know what, in every single movie ever, there's a lot of movies, there's a scene where like the girl and the guy, you know, the guy likes the girl and the girl's not into him, but then he saves her and she just looks at him in a whole new way. Like there is something behind that if you do something dramatic that gets the adrenaline like rushing.
That is like, it's a psychology. It's like, so that one theory behind psychology is that when you get any kind of form of arousal, like if you're like scared or something, you naturally look for the source. And what can happen is if you see a person, your brain can say, oh, I'm not scared. I'm just getting the arousal because I'm in love. That's what that is. And then it gets tricked. I can't remember
Yeah,
the name.
because I've heard that like that going on like exciting first dates is going to get the person to like you more, like going to like an amusement park or something.
So, you know,
agree.
just be a superhero.
And that's
There you
why
And
Megan
swoop in.
Fox
Clark
fell
Kent.
out of love with Shia LaBeouf in Transformers. That's why. That's why Transformer 3 didn't have Megan Fox, because they were out of love. Because he wasn't saving the world anymore. See, it happens. Shia LaBeouf is everywhere. Hope you know that. But no, I agree. There needs to be a single catalyst that starts the friend zone. Or starts you getting out of the friend zone. That's what I
Okay.
There
believe.
has to be some kind of like a moment
Yeah.
of opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you just got to
Or
be ready
realization.
for it. And, you know,
Yeah.
that's it.
I agree. That's what happened with mine. Like there was one catalyst for me. It was actually Burger King. It's weird. It was Burger King. It was a Burger King project that really started my relationship. And I'll tell you all about it later. But it was a Burger King project that I was there. I helped with the Burger King project, and it just sparked something. So I thank my relationship to Burger King. Yeah, I know.
We got to hear about that.
Yeah.
Pretty big deal. But another big deal is Barry
Have your
Manilow.
way.
We got Jump Shout Boogie here on the Morning App.
There's a new
And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
I'm hoping we have another Kati rant on our hands. It's one of our favorite. It's my favorite new thing, honestly, just because you don't look like you someone who rants.
I know,
all the
which
time.
is just a little
Things just
grenade
build up.
of just emotions and ideas.
I just once I like get onto something, I'll just think about it for days, and then it just builds up to this giant rant, and then something will set it off, and I'm just like, oh my.
Well, let's pull the pin. Did you know that they're making a High School Musical TV show?
Okay, so my friend told me that like 2 days ago or something, and I nearly imploded because it was like
Nearly. Let's get her there.
Yeah.
Let's get her there.
She was one Evanescence song away.
oh my gosh. And so I don't know, it just always worries me with reboots because I thought that they were going to redo High School Musical. Like when I first heard it, it sounded like they were just going to make like a second generation, like still have the same story with like
Just with smartphones.
Troy and Gabriella. Yeah. And no one can play Troy Bolton except for Zac Efron. That man is a legend. So, but anyways, you said that it's not though. They're going in a different direction.
I believe it's a 10-episode series going to be titled High School Musical, The Musical, and it will follow a group of theater students at East High who are trying to put on a production of High School Musical for their winter theater project.
All new characters and stuff from what it looks like.
The new series will be shot in the style of a documentary as the students go through the drama of putting the musical together.
Interesting.
And each episode of the show will feature one original song from High School Musical as well as one brand new tune.
So it's just one of those things that with like any reboot, that kids, like this next generation of kids, are going to grow up with this TV show instead of the old movies. They'll be like, oh yeah, I've seen High School Musical, and start listing a bunch of characters that like no one knows.
Yeah, it's like the Star Wars fans, and they're like, it's not episode 4. It's the original.
Yeah,
It's just a New Hope. Man, that's interesting, though. What was I just about to say? It seems like it's going to be a soft reboot. You know what those are? It's not like...
exactly it.
It's not exactly a reboot, but it's kind of like how Creed for the Rocky series was. It has the universe is still the same universe for Rocky. It's about Apollo's son, and like Rocky's his mentor, but it's pretty much the same story. Like you still get the same arc, you know. Maybe it's gonna be something like this, where it's just in the same universe. You might even get some cameos or something. That'd be really cool. But
did you see that they redid Freaky Friday? Like have you seen Freaky Friday?
The one with
original? Lindsay Lohan, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Wasn't there one before that?
Yeah, actually, there was.
So there's another one?
Yeah, so there's a third one. But they made it into a musical.
Oh.
Yes.
That makes everything better.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't actually seen it, but I remember being kind of like, there again? Like, do we not have any new ideas?
Well... Either way, we'll keep
Clearly
you updated on the High School Musical thing because I'm sure each time it gets bigger and bigger, Kati will just get closer and closer to an explosion. But that is going to do it for us here on the Morning App. We'll be back Wednesday with real or fake news and hopefully another Kati rant or so. But thanks for listening to the Morning App.